Good morning, Jim. Great show as always. Good morning to Dara.
Morning,
And good morning to that. And good morning to that ex-Arsenal player out of politeness.
How you doing, mate?
So,
Go on ahead.
Listen, Jim, I'm actually in the process. I'm actually packing my bags at the minute because I'm going over to watch the game on Sunday. I have a problem with Ten Hag, and here's what my problem is. Although it's not just Ten Hag, but I have a problem. I think he has got himself centralised in a Dutch league mindset. Most of the players that have come in, Amrabat, even Mason Mount, at some time have played in the Dutch league. He cannot see the bigger picture. But it is also more than him. I mean, people like John Murda and stuff should have no influence whatsoever. They haven't got a clue about being a director of football. I despair. I doubt that we'll make the top 5, Jim. Oof. You know, I've been going to see them since 1966.
Right. So you should know. So, Richard, is there any way you can see United getting a result against City? Any way you can win it?
Well, you know, I'll get behind the team whenever I go, Jim. But to be honest with you, no. Rashford seems off the pace. I think for Scott McTominay to be one of our highest scorers, that tells you it all.
Okay, Richard,
that tells you where United is.
Make the trip with confidence, my friend, because you're on your way, you tell us. You're packing up, Richard. Thanks for that. Jay, another United fan. Jay, where's your head with it at the moment? Are you as pessimistic as Richard was there?
Not really, to be honest. But my first question is for Martin, really. I'm not coming for you when I say this, but mate, how much have you watched Rashford this year? Well, this season, shall I say, not this year. Not including the England game. Honest question.
I had a really good look at him in the last few weeks, actually, because I have this feeling that Rashford does his best work when he stays high and wide away from the ball. And when he goes deep to receive it and he runs, he doesn't really run with any direction. He just runs at 100 miles an hour and then invariably loses the ball. And nothing then really materialises around him. He goes to play for England. Suddenly you've got a manager who understands him, puts him out wide, and he scores a glorious goal. Think of the goal he scored against Arsenal. Out wide, in the left, tucking in. That's where you need him. Now, I look at the manager then, and I think, okay, they're not getting the best from this player because he's not playing well enough for Manchester United. Yeah. You give me your take on him.
Well, I completely agree with that. Now, you go back to England game, and I agree. In my opinion, I thought he played brilliant for England. But the goal that he got, just look at the work that Jude Bellingham done that. And I'm going to relate that back to Man United in a minute. Look at the work that Jude Bellingham done to take them 2 defenders away from Marcus to go and do his job. And he put the ball away, and look, I've never played at that level of football, an unbelievable finish, and it does take a bigger man than most people to put that ball away.
So, Jay, if United are to have a chance against City, how do they do it?
Well, unless Luke Shaw comes back anytime soon and helps, this is my point I was going to get into. With Arsenal, when Luke Shaw was playing against Arsenal, he creates all of Marcus Rashford's space for him to go and be his best. At this moment in time, we have not got that person or them individuals around Marcus to go and do what he wants to do.
I agree with that. So he goes looking for the ball, doesn't he? He goes deep and he gets involved in things he shouldn't, and he starts running with the ball, and that's not what he's good at.
Okay.
But it's the manager who has to identify that and tell him, be patient, stay wide until we can gain possession of the ball.
So for Jay Reid Scott's another United fan who wants to come to air. On United against City and United's chances, Scott, where are you at with it?
Yeah, morning, gents.
Hi,
I'd just like to say, first of all, Dara, I love Simon, but I love listening to you on talkSPORT as well because you say how it is.
Appreciate it.
Firstly, let's have a look at last season and let's have a look at Liverpool and the amount of injuries that they had last season. Now, Man United are in the same position this year. We competed on 4 fronts last year, playing over 70 matches. We had a gruelling pre-season campaign, which was ridiculous. And I think Martin actually alluded to that earlier in the year. He said it was ridiculous. But let's look at the players that are playing out of position and the fact that looking at the bench, there isn't the players to bring on. Now, Martin, you said about Sofiane Amrabat playing left back. We lost 3 left backs. We lost 3 left backs early on in the season. Right? So we were stuck. They had no choice. Look at, as I say, with Marcus Rashford's form, the guy who's just called in is absolutely spot on. Luke Shaw with the overlap and the players he took away from Rashford to be able to, to cut in from that side.
So I'll ask you what I asked the last caller, Scott. If United can win, how do they win?
Well, they can win, as I say, because it's a derby. My brain says that we're probably going to lose. I'd like it to be a respectful loss. My heart says that we can do it. You know, Ten Hag needs to be given the time. One thing, just quickly, Martin, you carried on about Mikel Arteta for, you know, that first season, and you kept saying, trust the process, trust the process. Alex Ferguson took 4 years to clear out a bad culture and get United and bring players in that he trusted. That's what Ten Hag's doing. He's bringing players in that he trusts. He knows he's had them before. He's seen them before. He bought Mason Mount in because he tried to sign him when he was at Ajax.
So is that a fair point, Martin, that Scott's making? He's bringing in players that he trusts. Give him time.
I sense that Ten Hag is a very popular figure and that people wants to be given time. But when you look at the performances, I'm not quite certain why that is. Because I don't see Man United really improving. I don't see a dramatic turn in their... I mean, you've joked, Darragh, about the winning by the odd goal here and there. But you go to Burnley, you expect more, don't you? You go to Sheffield United, who they lost there, didn't they, at home at 8-0. That wasn't happening when Man United played. Man United were just lucky, actually, to win that match. So it's got to change. We've grown used to seeing Manchester United rule supreme for many years. Yeah. And it seems a long way in coming. And they've got good players, Jim. Was Fernandes the right call? Is he the right call to be the... We got rid of Pogba for Fernandes. Is he really tearing it up? You've got so long to... You're a Man United player, and there you are. You have to make your mark. Look what the players did in the past, Jim.
It comes to it when a Manchester United fan comes to it and says, I think we're going to lose as long as it's a respectful loss. We'll see. But City certainly tipped to win it at United.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.